Okay, we've got some pretty exciting Wisconsin Badgers news. Of course, head man Luke Fickell's in the middle of a big sea change in this program. He's made a lot of great moves this offseason, and his latest move has the potential to be a massive impact as well. Let's get into the report talking about a new Wisconsin Badger joining the program, and then we'll go into details on the other side. This is courtesy of 24/7 Sports. The fit in Wisconsin offense and the feel for playing for one of the top programs in the Big Ten made perfect sense for Atco, New Jersey, Winslow receiver Cameron Miller. The wiry and athletic Miller, who is 5'11, 165 pounds, and has a ton of talent, committed to the Badgers and made his decision public Wednesday. He was a key player for Winslow on both sides of the ball. He caught 57 passes for 1,334 yards and 15 touchdowns, and he made 34 tackles and intercepted 2 passes. All right, Miller, class of 2025 guy. Early in the recruiting cycle, I think this is a guy who's going to rocket up draft boards as he gets a little bit bigger, as he gets more eyes on him. I think this is a great move by Fickle in Wisconsin. I'm curious what your thoughts are, Miles. But first, Badgers fans, in the comment section below. As we are getting closer and closer to the regular season, we all are kind of feeling the itch that football's almost back. So let us know, what matchup are you looking forward to more than any other for Wisconsin on their regular season schedule in 2024? There's a lot of really great ones. I'm really excited to see a number of them myself, but I'm curious what you guys have to say. Let us know what matchup you're looking forward to more than any other and put it in the comment section below. But Myers, give me your thoughts on the addition of Cameron Miller to the 2025 recruiting class and what it means for this Wisconsin program.
Yeah, Nick, I think this is going to be a great addition to Wisconsin. As we know, this guy's a playmaker. He played both ways in high school. He's able to do a lot of different things. I think he was made to play in the slot for Wisconsin. He's looking like the guy that's going to fill in just right there. But I think most notably, when we look at Miller, what I like the most about him is he comes from a program at Winslow who is no stranger to Big Ten play. This is a team coached by all ex NFL/college players who played in the Big Ten and at the highest level as well. You look at their head coach, former Penn State running back Bill Belton, and then also offensive coordinator, ex NFL and ex Nittany Lion, Christian Hackenberg as their offensive coordinator. People might remember that name, as well as former Rutgers players Miles Nash and Quanzel Lambert on the defensive side of the ball. So this is a guy who's been coached by guys at the highest level who've let him know what it's going to take to play in the Big Ten. I think that that's just showing that this guy's going to be ready to come in and absolutely dominate. And it's like you said, I think he's a little bit underrated. I don't think a lot of people have had their eyes on him. I think now that he's been nationally recognized and committed to Wisconsin, he's going to shoot up those draft boards. He's going to be that guy we talk about a few months from now, that now he's a 4-star. Now he's getting close to a 5-star. This is a guy who's going to be a very dynamic player for the Badgers, and I love everything that Luke Fickell is doing there as well. So I think between him and quarterback Will Pauling, they're going to have a great system ready for Miller to come in and dominate. So I really love the signing by Wisconsin. I'm excited to see what this guy's going to be able to do.
Yeah, I think this is a great pickup, and I think you really hit on something important there. The fact that he's going to rocket up a recruiting board as more people get eyes on this kid, because he is from a part of New Jersey. I had to double check. I lived for a few years in Maryland, and I made a lot of trips up to New England, which means I drove through Delaware and New Jersey a lot, especially the southern part of New Jersey. It is not anything remotely like some people think in New Jersey, because you think New York City, you think Philadelphia, things like this. This part of the state is very population sparse, very small community. The Winslow Township, just double check this here, had a population, I think, of 39,000 people, the entire township. So we're talking about a very small community, very small high school. What does all that mean? It means that no one has seen Cameron Miller actually play yet at a high level, because all the big recruiting services, all the 24/7s, the rivals, and so on, they spend, for the early part of the class cycle, the 2025 class cycle, which we're in now, they spend all their time at the big schools, the big names that have 30 or 40 D1 prospects potentially on a single roster. In the early part of the cycle, that's where they spend all their resources. And as the weeks and months go on, they'll start to focus and spend more effort on the smaller schools, just like Winslow Township High School here. And that's when they'll spend more time on a recruit like Miller, and then they'll realize how good he is, and then he'll move up draft boards. This is a great move by Luke Fickell in Wisconsin to get him early, to get an East Coast commit to Wisconsin early. And I think he's going to have the potential to become one of those 4 or 5 star potential guys as people see him more, as he gets bigger. He's very thin. He's listed at 165, but he could easily add 30 pounds. I think he'll get taller as well. He's currently listed at 5'11. So this is a kid, you got him early, a chance to get a big return on your investment. So credit to Luke Fickell and company for making sure they really did their due diligence, really did a lot of in the weeds grassroots recruiting. If you want to turn a program around and take them to the next level, that's what you got to do. I think this is one of those kind of moves here. And I think not a lot of people are talking about Wisconsin, right? And for some reasons, rightly so. A little bit of a disappointing season last year, not a lot of buzz as we get ready for 2024. But Luke Fickell and his staff, they've been making some moves. They've been getting better and better, adding more and more playmakers into the fold. And I think a guy like Miller, obviously, when the 2025 season comes along and beyond, will prove to be one of those guys for Luke Fickell's offense that will push them over to the edge and make them a top contender once again in the Big Ten.